Welcome, guys. Welcome back to Booked with Debbie. I am super thankful and so glad that you clicked on this video and are ready to dive into the world of books with me. I'm so happy and so thankful. So thank you so much for clicking on today's video, and we're going to jump right into it. Today's video is all about the books that cannot get out of here. They are the book recommendations that everybody needs to hear about. Today is all about me diving in, sharing those recommendations with you, and I am so excited. So let's get right into it. First recommendation I have for you is If I Stay. If I Stay, I read years ago. It's since become a movie, and this book deserves every recognition that it got. The book and the movie were both so beautiful. This is so beautifully written. It is about a young girl named Mia who has her whole life ahead of her, and one snowy day, her family and her get into a horrific car accident, and she is now between life and death, and she's kind of in that in between. And we see some flashbacks. We get to know her story through them. It is heart-wrenching. It's tragic. It will hit you in all the feels. Get the tissues ready because you're going to need it. Next up, we are switching gears with a happy book. This is Abby Jimenez, Just for the Summer. Can we just talk about the cover? Can we talk about it for a second? It is so beautiful. Just for the Summer. I read this for 2 days outside in last year's sunshine and summer warmth, which we're gonna get to eventually. But right now, we're expecting a snowstorm in Jersey, and I could really use this book right about now. This is about Emma, who is cursed. She's cursed in the love department. Every guy she dates, after they break up, the guy always finds his soulmate right after. She knows it. She is totally cursed. Then we have Justin, and Justin is a love's good luck charm, they call him. And they're just not good in the love department, either of them. They find each other on a Reddit thread, and they decide, well, what if we fake dated? And fake dating, it's gonna cancel your bad luck and my bad luck. So it's a great plan because we always know how those end up. So they decide to cancel out each other's love curse. And in doing so, they fall in love. There is some life things that happen. Her toxic mother comes back into her life, and she just needs to deal with that while dealing with her best friend and this new guy that's hanging around. And in doing so, she finds a lot about herself, what she wants out of life, what she wants in a partner. And this is just a beautiful, beautiful story. So highly recommend this. Next up, The Housemaid. If you are into thriller or mystery, you have probably read this by now. This is book 1 in the Housemaid series by Frida McFadden. In this book, we get to meet Millie, who is a housemaid, and she takes care of houses on Long Island for all the rich families that they're just too busy to deal with. So she handles the cooking and the cleaning, and she works for this family. And Andrew is the husband, Nina is the wife. They have a daughter, and she's like, Andrew is perfect. Why is Nina always, grumpy and reserved and thinks she's better than everybody else? And then throughout the story, she starts digging in and realizes it's okay. They don't really know who Millie really is. She lives in the attic. She finds some things. As she starts unraveling this, she realizes that the attic door locks from the outside. So maybe she's not going crazy that she's being locked in here. Find out with this book. The next book, Home is Where the Bodies Are. This book is so good. Geneva Rose, she writes thrillers that are so descriptive without bogging you down with pages and pages of description. The imagery is insane. First though, can we talk about it looking like a VHS tape? Are you kidding me? It is beautiful. This is a beautiful book. I'm not a hardcover book girly. That's besides the point, but this one is gorgeous. It is in the shape of a VHS tape because VHS tapes are kind of the thing of the book. This is about a family who, when the mom passes away, the 3 estranged kids come back to handle the estate. They do. They are going through the belongings, and a girl that disappeared years and years and years ago, they stumble upon a VHS tape, a home movie, if you will, that is pretty graphic, and it looks like, what happened? Were they involved? Who was involved, and how did that happen? And what's the timeline? Where were we? And they start unweaving the story and find out what actually happened all those years earlier, all because of a VHS tape. I did not see this one coming from a mile away. Who the heck did it? So you have to get your hands on it. If you love a thriller, if you love something that gets you from the get-go, this is the one. Next, we're going to talk about Snowed In for Christmas. The fire's aglow, so let it snow. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. So the grumpy guy, the sweet girl, of course they get together. Of course. It snows. They get snowed in. It turns hot and spicy. If you're looking for just a kind of warm, spicy romance, pick this one up. We have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Holly Jackson. You need to read every single book Holly Jackson puts out. I'm just being frank. Her books are fantastic. They are so good. Book 1 jumps you right into the story. This is about a girl that disappears, and Pip, who is our main character, is doing a project, if you will, on the disappearance of this girl. So she starts uncovering things and piecing it together, and maybe the boyfriend actually didn't kill her like they said. And she uncovers a lot. This goes from book 1, so good, 5 stars. Book 2 was okay. Then book 3, she has this way, Holly Jackson has this way of wrapping everything up with a bow in every single writing that she does. She takes it full circle. Full circle. The end book ties right back into this book. So definitely check this out. It is a beautiful, beautiful story that if you like thrillers, get this one. It's written YA, so it's not super graphic, but it is a really good read. Read everything Holly Jackson because I can't get enough. Anything by Joanne Fluke. Anything. And there's so many. This is the Hannah Swenson series. Read them all. Read them all. Get them. You have to. They are very wholesome, small town. At the end of each book, they typically wrap up. Start at book 1 though, because you get to learn the love interest, because of course there's love interest in this small town and everybody knows everybody. The town gossip line runs quick. She owns a cookie jar. Well, that's the name of it, the cookie jar. She owns a cookie shop, and Hannah Swenson is just, it's just a cozy mystery. That is exactly what it is. So definitely get your hands on that one. Next, we have 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This is a really good one. You go through the 7 husbands of Evelyn Hugo, who she is, all of her story. You find out her story throughout this whole thing. It ends pretty sadly, but it is a good just fiction read. Anything by Taylor Jenkins Reid touches you in the heartstrings and takes you on a little journey in each book. So definitely recommend checking her out. Start with 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo because this is where I started, and I love Taylor Jenkins Reid now. And last but not least, we have Mr. Wrong Number, Lynn Painter. Lynn Painter. I recently started getting into her after I read this book because it is so freaking good. Mr. Wrong Number is about a girl that texts this guy, gets the wrong number, they start flirting back and forth, and it is her best friend's, no, it is her brother's best friend. And the whole time I'm like, oh my God, please find out it's so-and-so. Please find out. Please find out. Because this is going to be so good. And then, oh my God, it's so good. The spice in here, the banter. Lynn Painter writes like she's talking to you and she's telling you a fun, witty story that she just heard, you know, from somewhere else. So good. Recommend. Wraps up today's video. If you like it, please give it a like. Give it a subscribe, hit the bell notification when you will get notifications whenever I post so you do not miss out on a video. Please comment down below what book from this book video are you going to add to your TBR pile and read it for yourself. Find out like how good really is it. Thank you so much for joining and watching today's video. I cannot wait to get this community started and sharing the love of books. I also included my Goodreads down in the description box below.